you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
That's our brand of football.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to an episode of the Nick Shine Show. I am your lovely host, Nick. Thank you for being here. Before we get started, shout out to everyone who reached out to me over the weekend. I was laid up in the hospital for a little bit, got some issues going on with blood pressure dropping, autonomic dysfunction or something it's called. So BP was free falling, baby, every time I would stand up. Not a fun experience. Not a fun experience. I see Thunder Lips is in the chat. He could probably give people more info about it than I can. But much love to everyone who reached out. But we are back. We are here. New York Jets are making some hires at coaching. The Patriots shit the bed in the Super Bowl. We're going to enjoy that. I haven't been on since. So, yes, if you don't think I'm taking a victory lap over that awful performance, you haven't been watching the show. You haven't been paying attention. And if you've been paying attention, you know it's time for this.
This got me.
Gentry cover the bumble!
Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Yes, fantastic indeed. As always, if you are a shiner, if you are a member of the channel, go ahead and hit that Blitz BK emoji. Blitz deserves a lot of love, does a lot of great work for this channel and others. So always show Blitz BK the appropriate love, like Stack is doing right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, first things first. The Joe Namath raffle, which was supposed to be this weekend, is getting pushed back to this upcoming weekend. Got a good lineup this weekend for you. After 2 delays, this Saturday night, I'll be joined by Adam Y2K. Sunday night, I'll be joined by Dylan Terraman. We'll be doing the Joe Namath mini helmet giveaway this Sunday night. So, continuing from last week, all gifted memberships are doubled throughout the rest of the raffle. $5 super chats and up get you onto that wheel. And appreciate everybody again for all the love, support on this channel, and in real life too. So you guys are the best. You really don't know how much it means to me. It's humbling to have everyone reach out. So thank you. No punchline, no joke on top of it. Just thank you. So that will be this weekend. Also, Monday's a holiday. I'm off. So look for another show in prime time on Monday. We're going to go Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday, maybe during the day or night. I don't know what I'm doing yet. The kids are off. I think we're getting together with my nephew. My nephew's 9th birthday was yesterday, and I didn't get to see him. So I think we're going to go over there for Monday. But pay attention, as always, if you are in the Nick Shine Discord with all the tremendous shiners. All the information will be right there for you. So, first things first. Have we seen in recent memory a worse Super Bowl team? We've said it all year. The schedule was awful. The coaches that they played, I think 75% of the coaches that they played against this year got fired. It was awful. It was the easiest schedule since 1999. They lucked their way throughout the playoffs. They played the Chargers without Slater and Alt, and they just blitzed the entire time. May got exposed. Drake May, it's not hyperbole. Drake May is officially the worst quarterback in the history of the NFL. So, Allen, have fun with that one, buddy. You got that record to go with for eternity. The worst quarterback play in the history of the NFL is Drake May. They looked like they didn't belong there. They looked like the stage was too big for them. They wouldn't have got, if CJ Stroud would have stopped just playing here, take the ball, here, take the ball, Houston would have been there. And I would have won a fucking amazing bet. Screw you, CJ Stroud. And if their coach had the balls to go to Davis Mills during the game, Houston would have been there. Sometimes your starter don't have it. It's okay to not have your season end by being loyal to the quarterback. So I'm still a little sore about the Houston decision and not going to Davis Mills that game. But then they get lucky again. Sean Payton, dumb fuck, perennial dumb fuck, leader of the Bounty Gate, decides not to kick the field goal to go up 10-0 when there's a snowstorm coming through. Being up 2 scores with that weather coming in would have been really, really beneficial. He didn't do it. They end up losing. Patriots again with no offense get through a game. But that came to an end. Our homeboy, Sam Darnold, our homegrown talent, Leonard Williams, another homeboy, another homegrown Jet, Jason Myers, good for them. I'm happy for them. My heart is warm and full of joy knowing that Sam Darnold overcame the shit show and atrocity that is the New York Jets. A lot of people don't get opportunities going to your 5th NFL team. I'm so happy for Sam Darnold. I don't think I've ever been happier to see a player win a Super Bowl than I was watching Sam Darnold on Sunday. I could get teary-eyed talking about it right now. I'm very happy for Sam. He deserves it. He was dragged. He was embarrassed. He was shit-talked. New York treated him poorly. He never said a bad thing. Even after he left here, never dragged the Jets. Everyone drags the Jets. Devontae Adams was here for a cup of coffee and dragged the Jets. Not Sam Darnold. Sam always said and did the right thing. And now he's going to get a $60 million a year, 5-year deal. That might be held up a little bit because I believe the Seahawks, the Paul Allen estate, I believe they're putting them up for sale if I'm correct about that. So that might pend putting out a massive contract like that. But look forward to Sam getting a big payday, well deserved, and very happy about that. Another thing I'm very happy about, watching Will Campbell become roadkill. I have to hear about how great the Patriots draft. Well, you got it wrong again. You got it wrong. Membu would have been a lot better in the Super Bowl. Thank you for gifting us an elite right tackle. I appreciate you, New England. You suck. Eat dicks. Now, on to our New York Jets. Coaching staff is starting to come together. When you have the situation that we have, where you had an awful year one and you got rid of 75% of your coaches, like Aaron Glenn did, you're not going to get the big names. There's some questions there. So, to date, this is what we've put together. Let me try this one. There we go. This is the offensive coaching staff as of right now. We're going to focus on the offense today. Frank Reich comes in as the offensive coordinator. The passing game coordinator, a first in the Ryan family, a third-generation coach, which might be a first for one team, Seth Ryan comes in, but coaching offense. You don't see that in the Ryan family. Rex said the other day on Sunday Countdown that he's out of the will. They're going to have to disown him. He's coaching offense, but the family tradition continues with the Ryan family, and Seth will now be our passing game coordinator. So much success to him. I hope he has a long career with the Jets, and I hope he elevates and stays here for a very long time because it means we got the passing game working, ladies and gentlemen. So we hope that Seth Ryan can be here for a very long time, promote throughout the ranks, and maybe get a ring. Offensive line coach Steve Hayden stays in place. I think he was our best coach last year, so I think it makes sense to keep him. No need to change the offensive line situation, the blocking scheme. Just add to it. Get a little better. Tippmann moved over to right guard, didn't miss a beat. Myers comes in at center, and the offensive line looked good. They would have been even better if we had better quarterback play and were able to run some play actions and were able to be less predictable on offense. I think this offensive line has all of the makings of being a top 5 unit, and that's with Myers at center. I think that if you go and get a dominant guard in this draft, if you go get a Basantis or a Pregnant in round 2, even though Pregnant's a little bit older, I still think that you can just be a massive dominant offensive line. So Hayden, really good hire. Sean Jefferson sticks with the team. He's a wide receivers coach who's been here through multiple regimes. And now with the whole offense changing. And let's say this, as of now, it's still within Frank Reich's right to make some changes to his staff. But as of now, this is how the coaching staff looks. Some of the holdovers might not mesh with what Frank Reich wants to do. New tight ends coach Alfredo Roberts is here. Now, the very important position is still open, the quarterback position. The quarterback's coach and the run game coordinator is not there. I'm not sure if they've labeled who's going to be the run game coordinator yet, but it's not listed here on Cimini's coaching staff list. But the running backs coach, Nick McKissick-Luke, remains. So Jefferson and Luke, the skills guys, stay. Hayden, the offensive line coach, stays. Now, if you retain Breece Hall, you should have a nice chemistry going. Now, whoever the quarterback is will come in with the wide receivers coach in place, with the majority of your wide receivers, Wilson, Mechie, Mitchell, Smith, all retained under Jefferson. Your running backs coach, most likely Hall, right? I think a lot of us believe they're going to tag him. I'm a fan of the transition tag. Now you have Breece, Braylon, and Davis all coming back with the same coach. So the new quarterback obviously will have to learn the new scheme. But for most of the offense, everything's in place. And I will say this. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't think this offense is that far off. I really don't. I think with the line, I think with the skills guys, if you can get a quarterback who could just get the ball out on time, a la a Kirk Cousins, I think this offense can be average. And if you put the assets into the defense like I want to, and like I expect Aaron Glenn to, maybe you can improve. We'll see. I don't think we're far off from being competitive. You know, we saw the stats that I keep bringing up with Michael Nania. We were 4th in wide receiver separation against man coverage. That's not going to change. You still have guys who are quick, who are speedsters. You still have Wilson, Mechie, Mitchell, Arian Smith. Those guys can get open. Now just have a quarterback who can get the ball out on time. I'm not saying we're going to go and compete for a title if we get a Kirk Cousins, but I think you're going to see competitive football. I think you're going to see a team that can hang with a lot of teams. The AFC is on a bit of a downtick. The Chiefs are on a downtick. The Bills have never overcome. The Bills were so afraid to upset Josh Allen that they wouldn't even go outside of the building to get a new coach because they wanted to keep little Joshy happy with the same exact offensive scheme. Well, here's the thing: you change the scheme however you want, change the head coach all you want. When your quarterback can't make the throws in clutch moments, you're never going to get to the big game. So, shout out to Buffalo for sucking the bag of dicks that New England has with them up north. Am I a Jet fan in last place, picking number 2, and talking shit about our divisional rivals? You're goddamn right I am, because it's the Nick Shine Show, and I'm going to talk shit about whoever I want. And Buffalo, New England, keep sucking. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see all your comments, your well wishes. Appreciate you guys. Again, the Joe Namath Super Bowl 1 week late because Nick was laid up in the hospital raffle will be this Sunday night with Dylan Terraman. All gifted memberships will be doubled through Sunday. Super chats $5 and up will get you on the wheel also. So I appreciate all your support and your patience with waiting. I know that everyone was looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm a giver, ladies and gentlemen. I love to give. Nudge, nudge. Wink, wink. I like to see you guys who participate in this channel come here, donate your hard-earned money, receive rewards. So it's awesome. I'm happy for all of you, and I'm always happy when I get to send somebody a prize. Big Fella and I have an agreement, an arrangement. Whenever he wins a prize, we meet up for lunch. So it's always great to see you guys win your prizes from this channel and others. I'm always happy when our community gets good things for them individually. You have permission to talk shit about. I would never talk shit about you two. Ever. Even when Peg said he made me watch you. She's like, now I like you, but at first he made me watch you. That's my lady voice. That's not a Peg impersonation. That's just a lady voice. But that was a pleasure meeting you guys last year at the draft. Now, the draft. I'm excited. I really am. When you're looking at picks 2, 16, 33, and 44, and you see what Seattle did. Seattle took the picks from the Russell Wilson trade and got 2 outside linebackers. They got an offensive tackle. They built their pressure and their line, their left tackle and their pressure were built off of trading away a top talent. Transition to the Jets. We have the ability. Imagine in 2029, Boomtown, 4 years after they traded away Russell Wilson, they win a Super Bowl. Primarily because of the draft picks that they got from that trade. Imagine us hitting, and Reese becomes one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, and we get a stud middle linebacker, and we get a monster on the defensive line, and we get a safety who can cover tight ends. What? Nick's talking crazy. Just imagine that if they hit on these picks these next 2 years, how good this team can be. You have your offensive line 60% in place. You finish that. You have Garrett Wilson locked up for years to come. You add to that. You could have Mitchell and Mechie here for years to come. You can have the quarterback come in and be the final piece of the puzzle in 2027. Call me crazy, and a lot of you do. Oh, Chris Beats, speak of my language, baby. That's my guy. That's my second guy. I got guys every year in the draft that I label. This year I'm going with 2. Defensive lineman Banks from Florida and McNeil Warren from Toledo. Those are Nick Shine's guys for the draft. Those are the 2 guys on defense that I really want. We need a playmaker on the back end. We need a guy who can just be a presence back there. That's my guy. Phil, 100%, Phil. I absolutely agree with you. And shout out to Phil. We got the Jets. Oh, don't go away. We got the towel from Tottenham from London that Phil and his wife went and picked up and sent. That was from 2024. So I've been waiting for you to be in alive. I know you've been in here. And this is from London this year. Shout out to Phil. Appreciate you, as always, man, for going and getting those towels from the game day experience and sending it to me. You're the man. Very thoughtful. Now, call me crazy, but I really think that Aaron Glenn should just put all of his efforts and energies this year in the draft to the defense and build it. I would take one offensive player with these first 4 picks, a lineman, either a center or a guard. I don't care if it's Basantis from A&M. Pregnon's a little bit older, but he's a plug-and-play guy. You got Lou, the center from Auburn. I don't know if 44 is a little rich for him, but I just add to the line. I'm okay waiting a year for a receiver. I don't want to take a receiver this year in the top 4 picks. Next year, quarterback, receiver, and I'm probably going to say a corner because I think you're going to move on from Stevens. I think you're going to get out of that contract after year 2. If not, go get me another lineman. Go get me another rusher. Go get me somebody. Yeah, Kevin, great point, Kev. Defenses are winning Super Bowls again. Kansas City won one. Philly, now Seattle. You're seeing that a defense with a little bit above average offense is good enough. I love that. I love watching good defense. I love the arrogance of Seattle. Punt it. Why are we going to try a 59-yard field goal? Let's punt it. Just punt it. They can't score. Have you seen how awful Drake May is? Thank God they didn't give that bag of shit the MVP. Thank God that one person voted for Josh Allen. Undeserving, of course. I'm happy for Stafford. I think Stafford now solidifies a Hall of Fame career. He's got an MVP. He's got a Super Bowl. He's going to be top 5 passing yards by the time he's done. So I'm happy for Stafford. Another guy who was in a bad organization, got traded. Aside from not helping the lady up when she fell off the stage at the Super Bowl celebration that one year when he was drunk, guy's had a flawless career. Great dude. Shout out to Addison, assistant producer on the show today, for the thumbnail. I refreshed the thumbnail right before the show started. I think it took. It has the wall with the Jets coaches. So shout out to the homeboy, Addison. Appreciate you, buddy. Some other news in our community real quick. I don't have much time. Let me drop the call-in link now. I know I haven't been on in a bit. Let me see if you guys want to chime in, discuss. Okay, some Bobby Midnight news. Bobby, unfortunately, had the same exact infection with his left foot that I did. He had to have his large left toe removed. He's got a very long road ahead of him. So if you have the ability to message Bobby, either through Discord or text, send him some love. He's got a very, very long road ahead of him, and it's not easy. I went through this in 2023. I was on crutches from June 30th, which is Toemageddon, the day they took my toe off. I guess Bobby's Toemageddon 2.0. And it was the most difficult summer of my life. It was the most difficult time in my life. I was barely 3 months sober, ACL surgery. Then I fall down the stairs. They take my toe. I'm on crutches that entire summer. The ACL rehab gets put on hold. And I wasn't able to walk because when they take the toe, they leave the hole open. They basically take the toe, scoop out the bone, leave that open. I have pictures to prove it. Some of you in the chat have seen them. And then they put a wound vac on to get the skin to regenerate and start to grow and heal. And then eventually that will close. But yeah, it's a long road ahead for Bob. So say a prayer for him and hopefully the best. Wild Wave. Another thing to Nick. AG was right. You can still win in this league with a good run game and amazing defense. Yeah, you can. You've always been able to. And the NFL pushed these quarterback rules and offensive rules so much. And I think that teams have made such an effort on the defensive side of the ball to stop this. And now when you look at the athletes on the defensive line, like Derek Thomas was an athlete. Lawrence Taylor, those were guys that stood out amongst the league at the time because how freakishly athletic they were. And I'm not diminishing them. But you look at the defenders now in the NFL, and they are all freakishly athletic. It's the pass rushers are insane. Like the size, the speed, the agility, the power. You saw Will Campbell get dumped on his ass time and time again the other day. It was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. Now he says he's got a knee injury. You don't have a knee injury. You got an ass injury because you got knocked on your ass all night. Oh, excuse me. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate you. But folks, hit the like button if you haven't already. Here we go. We got a super chat. Subscribe to the channel. I got a big goal. We're trying to get to 2,500 by the NFL draft. Big goal. Might not be able to do it, but you know what? The journey will be fun. All the new subscribers we get along the way and the ones that we maintain, because that's part of the process too. Not scaring you, good people off. I'm looking forward to it. I got some new things planned. Told you I'm getting a bunch of guests. Adam, after 2 postponements, will be with me Saturday night. Dylan Terraman will be with me Sunday night. And then I'll start planning more guests as we go forward into free agency. And then once free agency hits, we know the draft is right around the corner. So before you know it, it will be draft night. We will have some news for those of you local, New Jersey, New York area. We will have some news coming out next week or two about draft festivities. So keep your ear to the ground. And as always, tune into the show. Welcome to Something with a super chat says, how would you feel about going all defense with our first 4 picks? I would be more ecstatic and excited than Allen when the Jets lose a game that he told us they were going to lose. That's how much I want that. P.S. Your voice kind of reminds me of a deeper version of Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. All love, brother. Keep up the good work. Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger. I don't know that reference. Thank you. Thank you, I guess. Also, Gators found some new equipment for me. I will be getting a new microphone, maybe with a little board. So you might even have some more pleasure hearing my voice in the future. But welcome to Something. Thank you. Make sure you're here Sunday night, 8 p.m. with Dylan. We're going to do the raffle giveaway, but appreciate your super chat, man. But yeah, I would love it. If you went, I had a draft the other day. I was in the hospital, so I was doing like hospital thoughts the other day. Oh, that's what I should put up there. I was doing hospital thoughts, laying up in bed for 48 hours and had a dream draft. I am of the belief that we go to a 3-4. And I took Arvell Reese at 2. Sonny Styles fell to 16. Is that probable? Probably not. I don't think that's going to happen. And then I got Caleb Banks at 33. Also not happening. And then I got Emmanuel McNeil Warren at 44. Also probably not happening. And then at 103, I took the guard Kalen Rutledge from Georgia Tech. I could not envision a better draft for the New York Jets than those 5 picks. That to me would be the picture perfect draft. That is a defense that can go win a Super Bowl. I fully believe that. I love these 4 players. Now, Sonny Styles, I think he goes to Washington at 7, if not the Giants at 5. Don't sleep on the Giants. Going and getting a middle linebacker, Harbaugh knows the value of having an elite middle linebacker. Don't sleep on Styles going to the Giants at 5 and just being the centerpiece of Harbaugh's regime there. It would be interesting watching Dex, Carter, Thibodeau, Burns, and having Styles run the middle of that defense. If not there, I think he goes 7 to Washington and he replaces Bobby Wagner. So unless he's dealing meth, I don't think he falls to 16 in any way, shape, or form. But for the fun exercise, it's worth it. Banks at 33, I don't know. I just think that you look at his agility and his ability at his size, someone's going to take him. Someone's going to make him the centerpiece of their defense. And I hope it's not. Listen, you put him next to Deion Walker in Buffalo, holy shit. That would be my nightmare scenario, that my 2 dream defensive tackles playing in the division against us. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a caller for you. Oh, is that Johnny Boy? Oh, is that Johnny Boy? Hey, Johnny Boy.
What up, brother? Yo, first off, so glad to see you over here, man, and see you doing well. So,
I'm fine.
big shout out to Bobby. Did send him a text just to check on him and everything. So, Bobby, my prayers, man, as always.
Definitely. He needs a lot right now. Everyone, flood Bobby with prayers, please.
Yeah, most def. Just came on real quick, saw you on. This is the time that I'm like, oh, bet I can, I got some free time and whatnot during work. But I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. I know you've been out.
Fire away.
So with the nostalgic pickup of Seth Ryan, okay, because of the whole Rex
Which
Ryan.
is wild, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the storyline. The father coaches the defensive Super Bowl. Rex is here. Like, if you're looking for hope from my show last week, Johnny, there's a Ryan on the Jet staff. We've done pretty well historically with a Ryan on the Jet staff. Not Ryan Fitzpatrick, though. You scumbag. Stop throwing it to the Buffalo Bills. But the Ryan family. Listen, is he an exciting coach that we should go nuts over? No. But nostalgic and historically, maybe there's something there.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the guys that they're picking up have ties to the Jets organization in the past before. I mean, with Frank, now with Seth, of course, AG, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like the guys that have put on the green and white are maybe the answer to potentially fix what's going on over there, because it takes people that were there to understand how the organization has been ran for so many years. So, I mean, my stance, like I still believe in AG. I believe in what they're trying to get accomplished, even more now with what the coach is bringing up. But I wanted to ask you, with Seth Ryan being there in the position that he's being put in as a pass coordinator or whatever, what does that mean? Like, essentially, right? Like, what's that position essentially mean? Like, what is it that he's going to do? Is he going to?
So you're basically building and implementing the passing attack. You're going to break down the opposition's defense, and you're going to look for the passing plays in certain situations that you think you can expose them on. So you're going to coordinate the pass game. Like, all right, 3rd and 8, they like to run this. They'll bring a nickel blitz. I think we could sneak the tight end out here. These would be some calls that we should go to in these situations. Or on 1st down, they play soft coverage. We can hit them on the outside on a quick out. You break down their defense, and you basically submit your list of plays for certain situations down and distance on the call sheet, and then you obviously have meetings with Frank Reich throughout the week and say, in these situations, I would look to do this. I would look to do that. It takes a load off of Frank Reich, and then he coordinates your passing attack.
100%. awesome, because I think a lot of people didn't know what that meant. And I have to say that there's been a lot of wide receivers that are coming out that are speaking highly of Seth Ryan. One name, especially in Armand St. Brown, that has talked really, really well about Seth and what he's done for his actual growth as a wide receiver. And seeing that kind of like, it's like, oh snap, because you were talking a little bit about it earlier with, AD Mitchell, Mechie, then having Garrett Wilson, maybe insert another person there, maybe the Arian Smith, whatever, to kind of get those positions to fully blossom. And look, man, I know people are down right now on the Jets, but I'm excited, man, for what they're trying to build and the way they're moving too, so which is something that I think I haven't seen in a while. So let's kill the free agency that's coming up. And that brings me to my next question. Alex Anzalone, the conversation now with him. My take on it, I feel like it's a little bit a year too late, and I feel like we've always done that within the Jets organization, but I also understand the move to try to implement what if the noise is true that Aaron Glenn is going to take over the defensive calls, Alex Anzalone would be the guy to essentially implement what he's trying to do, especially with the linebacking core that's been so poor.
Yeah. Now, there's going to be a long answer. When I look at Aaron Glenn and how stubborn he is, because he is stubborn, everything they did in year one, Johnny, was getting younger.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see him deviating from the long-term plan of drafting and building. And I could see him bringing in some of his guys, but I don't see him bringing in a 32-year-old middle linebacker. Not when you're trying to build and get young. You know what I mean? You drafted A.Z. Thomas. You drafted Malachi Moore. You're going to add to that defense this year. I don't see him bringing in a guy at the end of his career when if you want to be here long-term, you're better off going and getting, even if it's not Styles, C.J. Allen at 16 or Hill from Texas in early round 2. I think you're better off short-term and long-term going and getting your guy in the middle and building around him and letting him be the centerpiece of your defense. Now, if they want to use their resources in the draft another way and say their plan doesn't match my plan, which is fine, right? Like, I don't have to be right. I'm just giving my takes on what I think they should do. Am I going to be angry if they go sign him? No, because, there is some things there. He knows Aaron Glenn's defense. He knows the calls. He knows the checks. He knows the ideology built behind it. But, and then you can kick the can down the road a little bit before you go and get a middle linebacker. But I look at this middle linebacker class and those 3 guys, and I would call it a 10 out of 10 to get Styles. I would call it a 9 to get C.J. Allen, and probably like a 7.5 to get Hill, like the draft pick. Like, if you get Styles, I think you nailed it, man. And
Yeah.
if you get C.J. Allen, I don't think it's that much of a fall off, right? I think C.J. Allen, you're a Georgia fan as well. You plug that dude in the middle of the defense, he can blitz, he can cover, he can take on guards, and he can level them and hit them backwards. So, I want a captain of the defense.
Correct.
If you get C.J. Allen, I'm probably overrating it a little bit because he's Georgia, but Styles is the 10 out of 10 pick.
Yeah.
Anzalone, it's like, all right, it's not going to excite me, the signing. It's going to be like, fuck, now we're going to miss out on a middle linebacker in the draft. Like, I'm going to be sad about that pick, to be completely honest with you, or that signing, if it happens.
And I think that's the reason why the free agency for me right now weighs so much on where they're going to go. Because what if they don't go Alex Anzalone and they end up going like a Lloyd, or they end up going with the other cat that's from Green Bay that's going to be out there, that they're all still pretty young, pretty impactful Mike players as well to potentially be there. So that's why, like, for me, man, the draft right now with all of the defensive players that are coming out, I'm kind of swinging more towards wanting to go offensive and at 2 get the best wide receiver you can. At 16 get the best offensive player that's there, and kind of move that way and build it. But again, we don't know, because then what if they go Pierce? And then now I'm hearing stuff about potentially Pittman might be getting cut because they can't afford him over there within the Colts. So it's like there's just so many different layers that could potentially be there for us. And I just don't know, man. It's everywhere. That's why I want this free agency to start and come.
Yeah.
We could really see
Well,
what's
here's the good thing. Kirk Cousins can be signed at any time once he's officially cut. Once Kirk Cousins, the paperwork is officially done. Again, I was laid up all weekend in the hospital. I don't know if that was processed yet, but he becomes a free agent immediately, and you don't have to wait for free agency to start. When you're cut, you're immediately available for other teams to sign.
Yeah.
I'll say this. We're not a passing team yet. I would lower my expectations on wide receiver, John.
Hmm.
I don't think they're going to go and spend big money there.
Okay.
I think they're going to look to draft, and it might be the following year. I think you can go sign a veteran, and I think when you traded for Mitchell and Mechie, I think Wilson, Mitchell, Mechie is your 1, 2, 3. I
Mhm.
think you look to get a veteran, an upgrade from a Lazard. You had Ty Johnson, who wasn't bad this year. He caught the touchdown right in front of me in Cincinnati. And then, you had Josh Reynolds. I would look for a cheap 1 year, $5-6 million veteran that you can bring in. Maybe somebody who has experience. Maybe you're running back with Josh Reynolds, but he's not your number 2. He's your number 5 now, which is more realistic, right?
Yeah.
And then in the 27 draft, one of these big guys. You go get Jeremiah Smith. You go get Ryan Williams. You go get Cam. I forget his name. He just transferred. Cam.
Jeremiah Smith is, bro, do whatever you can to get that guy, man.
Yeah.
That just,
So real quick, the 27 draft. Say we have 2 top 10 picks, right? Say we have ours and then we have the Colts, because they don't have a quarterback either. I would say we end up at 3, right? And say we're 3 and 8. I would take Smith first to get Smith. And then I would take whatever quarterback. I would trade up from 7 or 8 for the Colts pick. Or if that's us, right? Either way, I would then trade up to get the quarterback. But I want the quarterback coming in with Garrett Wilson and Jeremiah Smith.
oof, can you imagine, man? Holy crap. But Nick,
Go make this kid's life so easy.
yeah. Anybody that you put back there would be amazing, man. But Nick, I'm glad you're up here, man.
Thank you, buddy. Cam Coleman. Thank you. Cam Coleman, Johnny.
Keep hearing you in the background. Shout out to everybody in the building itself. Make sure you guys are smashing the like, hit the sub, and
Wow. John, we got a little baseball news. The Tigers bring back Verlander.
good for Verlander.
Good for him off the field. Kate Upton.
Mm-hmm.
A little golf clap, Johnny, for Verlander getting Kate Upton.
Hey, man.
Forget Kim Kardashian in the donut glaze. Kate Upton doing the cat ditty. What was that? Cat daddy?
Oh,
The
yeah,
dance that she did in the red bikini. I don't know the name of the dance, but I just know the dance. Again.
yeah. Hey, look, man. A lot of them country artists that are women they're pretty bad, dude. I'm a huge Miranda Lambert fan, and if you guys don't know who that is, go check it out. My wife knows the deal, so
Your poor wife knows too many deals. Aside from Bobby, everyone pray for Johnny's wife.
Hey, true that,
I
man.
appreciate the call, buddy.
Yeah, man. Nick, keep doing your thing, man.
You too, buddy.
Peace,
Here you
peace.
go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, I don't know what you've been up to, but go over, subscribe, Jets Worldwide, Snowball and Johnny. They did a little pop-up show on Sunday. They do Friday nights at 7:30. Go show them some love. Looking for more questions, but folks, hit the like button. Saw a little surge in the chat. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. If you have, thank you. Also, there was a lot of controversy about the Super Bowl halftime show. Some people weren't excited about it. Some people who were there didn't get to see it because it was blocked and it was more for a television presentation. Some people were complaining because they don't speak Spanish. I think the NFL should double down and start having shows every year with people that don't speak English. Next year, get Psy, Gangnam Style. How about that? It's 13 years later since Gangnam Style broke out on the scene. Do you remember that dance? Did you ever do Gangnam Style?
Say what?
All right, guess not. I'll come back to you in a minute. That was a loaded question. Yeah, true, Scott. True. They don't speak it very well. Very good point. But folks, we are getting near the end of the show. I thank you for being here. Programming the rest of the week. I have doctor's appointments the next 2 mornings. I got to go to neurologist, and then I got to go to cardiologist. It gave me some medication. When I stand up, my blood pressure free falls. Blood pressure got down to 70/40 at one point this weekend in the hospital on the monitor. It was horrible. I was so dizzy, just awful vomiting for an hour and a half. I'm a counter. I count things. I'm a numbers guy. I hurled 44 times in an hour and a half, and the last 16 were yellow bile. Not a fun experience. You remember the movie Old School when Will Ferrell gets shot in the neck with the tranq and he's like stumbling and then falls in the pool? That's how bad my balance was. And I was leaving the room to get to the bathroom in the emergency room area. And they're like, "Sir, you can't leave your room." My pants were open. Like I wish to God I could get the video of this. It would have been such a wild scene. I didn't even have my belt on because I was running in and out of the bathroom. But the yeah, there was some of those like just nothing coming out, and then the bile. Rough time. So yeah, fun time. But they want to check me. They want to check the heart, neurology. Said I'm okay, but they wanted to follow up. Who knows what they're going to see if they look. Hey, everyone. Show some love to little Nicky Shine, who's getting close, but he's not big Nick Shine yet. It's little Nicky Shine still. But yeah, I don't know what tests they're going to do, but they want to check me out. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Thunderlips, it sucks. Big time. Big time. So, but they gave me a pill. I was lightheaded this morning when I got up out of bed to go pee. Like I was real lightheaded. And I take meclizine, I believe it is. That's for the I got 2 pills. I forget the names of them both. One is to make sure the blood pressure stays up and doesn't free fall, because the free fall is what causes the dizziness. And then they give me another pill for dizziness. So I'm taking both of those. And they said take 3 a day, but I was at a school yesterday and I spoke to the nurse, and the nurse is like, "You do not want to take 3 of these a day." She's like, "You'll raise your blood pressure too high." She's like, "Take it before you come to work, or take it when you feel dizzy, and then sit down for a little bit." Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I have a treat for you right now. If something were to happen to me and this show could not go on anymore, this show could go on with this person.
What
Hello,
up?
Nicky Shine. What up, dog?
What up, my boy?
How are you, son?
Tired.
How's life?
Good. I got out of school. I'm watching myself on the TV right now.
All right, pay attention to the camera here. You're on YouTube.
Well, yeah, I had school today, and then I got work at 4. So I'm about to take a little nap, but I called in real quick.
I'll take it in. The life of a teenager. I went to school for half a day, come home, take a nap, go work. I'm proud of you. You're doing well working.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good for you, kiddo.
What you been up to?
Hey, why are you acting like we don't talk? Living a dream, son. Proud to be your dad every day.
Yep.
How's
What are
your
you
grades?
talking about on the show?
We were talking about you and your grades and your career path.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, the Jets are going to get the number 1 pick
When?
next year.
Oh, you think we're going to be that bad? Is it going
No,
to be
I
our
think-
pick or is it going to be the Colts?
I think the Cowboys are going to be bad.
Okay.
And then I think the Colts are going to be bad, and we're going to have 3 top 10 picks.
I would love that, son. I would
And I hope-
absolutely love that.
And I want Jeremiah Smith.
I'll take Jeremiah Smith, and
Mhm.
I think Arch goes back to school.
Yeah, he's
I think he
trash.
goes back for a 4th year. Both Peyton and Eli did it. The Manning family has been known to pick where they want to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arch goes back for a 4th year with Texas.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Mensa is the guy that we end up with. He
Who's
just
that?
transferred from Duke to Miami, the quarterback.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Jeremiah Smith. And if we could somehow get the pass rusher Simmons. If you have Reese and Simmons from Texas, if we have 3 top 10 picks,
Yeah.
oh my God.
And I think we're also going to get Joe Flacco as our QB.
Oh, you think? Bring Flacco back with Reich?
Yeah, because I think that he's a little old head. So, like, he knows how to, like, and we got a good old line to protect him. He just needs to read the defenses.
All right. Jay is here, and Jay says, Nick Jr., what a call. Now, Jay's a Duke fan. Can you and I
Oh!
together reenact the end of the Carolina game? You'll be Tremble. I'll be
Okay.
Dixon. I'm going to drive. Oh, kick it to you in the corner. Ah, Duke loses.
Game winner.
Suck it.
Game winner.
Take that, Jay. Awesome. All right, Nick, I got to get out. I got to get to work.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Enjoy your nap, son.
Thank you.
Jay says this call's horrible now.
All right. Well, I'll see you later, chat.
All right. Be good, son.
All right. See ya.
Oh, wait, son, did you ever say hi to Beast?
I don't know how to look at the comments.
Beast, say hi to my son.
Buenos dias, amigo. How are you?
I'm good. Papas fritas.
See, amigo. I right now I'm about to hop on this bus and head back to the studios because I just got out of Menards and got what? Yeah, what you see is what you get. And I also stopped at Thornton's. Their pizzas, a little dry. I don't like anything that dry.
Nick, ask
No
Beast,
dry
heads or
shit for
tails?
me. No thanks.
Yo, B.
Tails.
No.
Heads or tails? Oh, you kicked
Said
him?
tails. All right, son. Enjoy your nap. Give me a call
All
later.
right. All right. See
Be
ya.
careful tonight.
I will. See you later.
All right. One more call from
Honestly, what's up, Shiners? How you guys doing today?
what's up?
Is your
Frank?
son? What's up? Is your son still on the show? Because I love to get your son back on the show.
What up? I'm back.
What's up? How you doing today, Mr. Nick? How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How's your day today? Let's talk about my Jets takes of the day. So, what's your Jets take of the day, Mr. Nick? What's your
I think the Jets are going to make the playoffs this year.
Let's see. I mean, let's hope, Nick. You're being very optimistic, but especially, I think the Jets could be better. I mean, I think it's a good optimistic take, Mr. Nick. I mean, it could be a very optimistic take, but but I think the Jets are not going to do great. We still have a bad head coach. We miss our trusty bro as a head coach, Nick. What are your thoughts on that?
Max, hold on 1 second. Nikki, Max goes to school down at Rome with Mike Howell.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Rowan's very fun. You got to come down. You got to come down to Rowan sometime, Mr. Nick. You got to come down.
Do you go to any parties?
Oh, I got a couple parties. I'm not as big of a party person now as my freshman year, Mr. Nick, but you definitely got to come visit down. You know, you definitely got to come down to Rowan sometime, Mr. Nick.
I'll come down.
All right. Max, thank you for calling. I got to get out for work, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Have a good day, Mr.
Kick ass.
Have a good day, Nick, and have a good day, Nick Jr.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Later, buddy.
All right, later. Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Now we ask the most important question.
What did we learn today? Courtesy of the Nick Shine Show. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you, sir. Oh, and tell everyone on the bus, subscribe to the Nick Shine Show on YouTube.
Oh, and to all of our worldwide subscribers, please subscribe to the Nick Shine Show. Thank you very much. Now, let's go on a presentation with Nick Shine. Take it away, Nick.
Bye, Beast. Get home safe, buddy.
Peace, bro.
All right, folks. Never know who's going to call in. A nice little surprise. Nikki's been asking me. He's like, what do I have to do to get on the show? I'm like, when I'm live, click the link and call in. So that was a nice surprise to see Nikki pop in. That's his first call, maybe the first of many. But ladies and gentlemen, all right, Kevin, you don't like my son calling in? Fine. All right, Kev. So to have a little wholesome content here, Kevin, and you're not for it? Whatever, bro. All right, drop your what did we learn? I got to get out the door for work. James learned. I learned we're having another hot woman coming back to Michigan. Yes. The cat daddy? I don't know what the fucking dance was. Kate Upton herself will be back there. Of course I know, Kevin. Of course I know. But you don't think I'm going to play into that? All right, folks. If that's our last what did we learn, we only have one. Did I miss any? Drop them, folks, right now. While we do this.
Hey there, Shiners, you made it to the end. It's time to ask the question. Nick Shine would like to know, Canada's taking names. Boomtown always delivers. Let's find out now. What did we learn today?
All right. If you are a channel member, do what some have done already. Hit that what did we learn emoji. Send it out. Also, we have a lot of gray names in the chat. I hate that. Please consider joining up and becoming a member of the channel. It's $5 a month. Helps support the channel. Helps me get better prizes for all of you. And I appreciate all of your support. Gifted memberships are great, but signing up for that recurring membership, that's a big plus too. Kevin says, I learned no time off will be enough time off of Beast to Max. Oh, geez. Kevin is shooting deep like Curry from 3. Boomtown, please, good sir, if you would, drop it like it's hot. Also, I have to say this. Arguing with special needs people every day very, very. Should be embarrassed by yourself yesterday, Mr. Gary. Phil says, we learned Nick uses Real Hospital to see women in nurses' uniforms instead of OnlyFans. I will say this. They have a nurse, and then they have like the PCT, the patient care technician. My PCT on Sunday could have been an extra in the movie Disorderlies, the movie with the fat boys from the 80s. It was a big dude. No sponge baths occurred. I know what you're typing. Boomtown learned Nick is still sore from previous coaching decisions. Not helping a lady falling off of a stage will always continue to dog your career. Campbell's ass injury was misdiagnosed as a knee injury. Bonus, Nick Shine's voice may be adding additional pleasure in the near future. Kate Upton over Kim Kardashian. Nick hurled 44 times in an hour and a half this weekend. Jay changed his mind quickly. It's true. It's true. Folks, thank you for being here. Might do a night show Wednesday or Thursday, seeing what happens in the Jets world. So keep an eye out for that. As always, if you're in the Discord, you'll be the first to know. Looking at doing a show Friday morning before work, and then Saturday night with Adam, 9:30, 9 o'clock, I think. Sunday night with Dylan Terraman at 8, and then Monday, to be determined. Going to try to get a guest for Monday. So appreciate all of your support. Thank you as always. Means the world to me. This whole community means so much. So you guys are the best. Have a great day. God bless. Hold on. Yeah, my homeboy.
Yeah, I think, son, how you doing?
I'm on my show right now. Everyone can hear you, so don't say anything bad.
No, Bob, they gave him a new toilet bowl. They gave him a new toilet bowl. The guy came in to get him one. Don't tell Bobby about that. That lady came clean his house.
All right.
Because everything's gonna work out. Bobby has. I don't know how long he's gonna be now, but he was tired today.
I'm sure. All right. Tell Bobby we love him, okay? Everyone was asking for him on the show. Tell Bobby that everybody loves him. We miss him, and we're wishing him well.
Yeah. Can I go on your show?
I'm ending the show right now, Mike. I got to go to work.
Oh, that's what you said. I don't know what time you go to work.
Mikey, do me a favor. Tell everybody right now, thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching the Nick Shine Show.